I've been telling you about these notebooks for the last couple days, and I really want to show you a little bit more about what I mean by practice and practice a lot, and how you can use these notebooks for that. So as you know, there's 30 sheets in here. So what I want you to do is add some water to some paint and dip your paintbrush in, dabbing it off so that it is not dripping. We don't want the paint to be dripping off of your brush. Draw out, go down and back up. Down and back up. The purpose of this practice is so that you can really start to get used to what it is like to use paint and how much water and how to manipulate your brush. Practicing your strokes is a little bit like practicing the scales on a piano. You have to do it over and over and over again. Nobody usually sits down at a piano and can just play the piano without some practice. Over and over and over. I would have you fill this entire page with just that. You could even switch it up a little bit and draw a line and then draw a long belly and come back up. So as you can see, we're starting to make a leaf. This is how you're going to be practicing the different strokes. When you have finished practicing a whole page of just this, you can then start to angle your paint strokes. And you can make like an arch. And then I want you to do an entire page of that. If I was starting over, what I would do is work on an entire sheet of just making some leaf shapes, just like this. And then when I was done a sheet and I felt like I had accomplished that, I would go over and I would make some long ones and make some more leaves over here. And then I would maybe make a long line and add leaves off of that long line, like this. After I have accomplished these and I feel pretty good about this, I might set this one aside and start a new book and make this my notebook that I'm keeping for my finished product, the one that I feel like, okay, now I've accomplished this. And then I could practice one sheet by making a long line and adding a leaf at the top, and then doing another one here, dipping back in, making a line, go back into your paint anytime you need to. And this way I would be having this notebook as my, don't forget, you can make this, you've practiced it, kind of a notebook where you can use this as your reference guide. This way I would have two different notebooks. One that I would fill page front and back of just line work, where I'm just practicing all the different colors, the different brush strokes, really trying to figure out what it's like, doing some practice work on it. And then I would set this one aside and I would bring out the second one that I would reserve just for my finished product, where I can say, yep, I now know how to make that. This is what it looks like. And I can always use this as my reference notebook later on when I go to work on my better paper. You can purchase this set of 3 notebooks in the TikTok shop in the lower left-hand corner of this video. You do get all 3 notebooks, which is really great. And that way you can have a practice one and a great one for adding in all your reference material. Best of luck while you practice, and don't forget to ask me questions if you have anything that I can help with.